The man never saw this coming. After his whole company got ice-skate to another world, he finally realized there were basically no locals left in this world. People like them who got reborn here were actually the majority. They even had staff whose job was to plan out their lives. Step 1 was choosing a class. Then they could go adventure in the dungeon. After that they would earn money by clearing monsters. Everything was laid out crystal clear. As for what class you wanted you could choose freely, but whether you passed was totally up to fate. Apparently it had something to do with your past life experience. The male lead had no idea what to choose. Right then he ran into his boss from his last life. Turns out everyone in their company had a bus accident, but his boss reincarnated a little earlier than him and had already chosen. Her class was called Valkyrie. Just like the name says, it was a fierce close combat class because the two of them used to work together pretty well. So, she wanted him to pick a class that could team up with hers. Facing an invite from the company's #1 beauty, the male lead still rejected her without hesitation. Turns out calling their past teamwork good was really just him being treated like office cattle. He had been silently taking it all. His boss never thought he would refuse, but she did not force him either. She just looked a little down. After all, they were no longer boss and employee now, so she went to find someone else to party up with. This was extremely common in this world. For example, two people nearby were teaming up right now. From their conversation, the male lead learned back row roles seem to be super popular in this world. A lot of people were fighting to get one. From the receptionist he also learned back row roles had the highest survival rate in this world. After all, you just hide behind teammates and cast buffs, since staying alive in another world mattered most. He wanted to see if he had any talent for it. Back row roles were actually divided into several types, and the test method was simple. Normally you just fill in the class name and the system would auto-match it, but when it was his turn the screen suddenly glitched out. Even the receptionist had never seen this before. By logic, failing should show a notice, and passing should show a class, but his result was neither one. The only thing they could confirm was that he passed. As for what kind of back row class it was, he could only figure it out through real combat. Because his class was not displayed, he might have trouble finding teammates, so she gave him a mercenary ticket. It could protect him before he grew stronger. After leading, he roughly understood the back row skills. There were 4 types he could learn: boosting an ally attack or defense, restoring an ally health, and scouting the nearby view. He started with 2 skill points and would get 2 more every time he leveled up, so he instantly chose attack boost and defense boost. After all, doing damage first was the most important thing. Just then he arrived at the mercenary guild. He planned to hire a frontliner, but bad timing. Only one midliner was left, and she was a female lizard person. He had no other choice, but what he did not expect was the female lizard person was nothing like he imagined. No matter how he looked, she seemed like a human girl. After hearing the boss explain, he learned she used to be human. Turns out when humans fall in the dungeon, they turn into demi-humans like this. There is no way to communicate with them. They only act according to orders, but they keep their combat instincts from before. The male lead was very satisfied. Next he planned to go make moves in the dungeon, with a hired mercenary protecting him. The first floor should not be dangerous for him at all, but on the way he met a kind person who reminded him to watch out for named monsters. Turns out these were special monster variants. The chance of meeting one was tiny, but if a rookie ran into one it was basically game over. So if he saw one he had to run right away, but he could not skip leveling just because he was scared. Soon they entered the dungeon. Not long after stepping in, he met his first monster. It was the most common one on the first floor. It looked like a fuzzy ball and seemed harmless, but when it attacked it was shockingly fierce. If he had not brought a mercenary, he would have been instantly dropped. Even level 1 monsters in this world hit this hard. No wonder people normally needed a party, and that one hit also took a quarter of the mercenary health. So much for not dangerous at all. Now it looked like pure nonsense. Seeing that things were not looking great, he decided to try support magic. All he could do was boost her attack and defense, and first he planned to test defense. Teresa, I am backing you up. Although they defeated the fuzzy ball, Teresa had lost quite a bit of health. Just to be safe, the male lead planned to head back and recover. But right then, he suddenly heard a sharp cry. The voice sounded very familiar. When they rushed over to look, they found a small party nearby, and the one holding the front was his boss. When he saw the monster in front of them, he froze on the spot. It was a red fuzzy ball. Clearly this was the named monster they mentioned. After all, no matter what happened before, she was one of the few friends he had, so he could not just stand by and watch. And that is where this episode ends.